This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Alright, Twitch is the future. Cheered 50 bits says loves you. Well, thank you very much. Twitch is the future. I appreciate that.
Goldie Bluzco did a 50-bit cheers. I want a foot stream. Well, you're not going to get a foot stream. That's disgusting. We'll do a double foot. There you go. Yeah! Yeah!
And Bloy Ripper did a 584-bit cheer. I think he kind of unloaded all his bits. He says, I look at her booty hole. Alright, I'm not reading the rest of this. I'm not reading the rest of this. Thank you for the cheer, Bloy Ripper. But we don't do that kind of stuff here, alright? Stop that. Number one, I talked about this last night on my late stream. I'll very briefly talk about it here. Rest in peace to Machinima. Machinima has officially 100% been dismantled. They don't exist anymore. One of the biggest partnership companies on YouTube, one of the premier companies that everyone wanted to be a part of and be involved with. A company that at one point had millions and millions and millions of dollars of profit and had pretty much every major content creator having a series on there, is completely 100% defunct. It's gone. They've laid off all their employees. It's kaput. And it's a shame because over the years that I was partnered with Machinima, they really had some great things going for them. And sadly, in my opinion, the reason that they fell apart the way they did was horrendous leadership and management. They had people coming in and out, trying to lead this company in 100 different directions, didn't know what they should focus on. And just in the time that I was with them, just to give you some perspective, just in the time that I was with them, alright, their focus changed from being a partnership company to a company that wanted people to create and promote content on their own channels, to a company that wanted to do, like, limited television-style series and movies, to a company that wanted to send people to E3 to promote, and then people that wanted to promote games. Like, it just didn't make sense. They were so torn in a million directions. That never really made sense what they were doing. At all. Like, they didn't know who they wanted, what they wanted to be as a company. And the management, man, if they just had one series of management, like one set management, but they kept having people come in and out to lead the company in different ways, I hate to say it, but the last few years there, they had really, really bad leadership. Like, to give you some perspective, alright, the guy who was leading Machinima when I left.
No.
You didn't get fired from Machinima? No?
No. No, I didn't.
No? Oh, you didn't,
No.
You didn't get released? They dropped you.
No, they
cut you
didn't.
when they found out that video.
Was a guy who, his entire life was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and had everything handed to him. He was rich as hell. He went to an Ivy League school. He held multiple top media company jobs. Yet, if you actually do research into the stuff he did, he never really did anything huge for any of these companies.
I mean, I'll be honest, just like any other normal human, yes, am I jealous of certain people and of people who are successful and whatever? Of course I am. Of course I'm going to have jealousy. That's a natural human emotion for those who have more than you. You're always going to have that natural kind of jealousy of those who maybe have, been more successful or things like that.
The guy, just get this, because of course when I severed ties with Machinima in 2017, I wanted to look into this, like what's going on with this company. This guy was so full of himself, he actually bought the domain of his own name on the internet. So I have no recollection what his name was. I really don't. Let's say his name was Scott Peterson. He actually bought scottpeterson.com, and when you went to the site, it had a biography of him and a listing of all the things he felt were achievements in his life. This is not an exaggeration. I'm not making this up. This is what this guy did. And this is the guy who's trying to lead a major media company, a major gaming company. This guy... It was like, what the fuck is this? And basically the guy ran the company into the ground with horrendous, business decisions and leadership. And it sucks because, again, I know a lot of good people who've worked with Machinima or for Machinima. I mean, Machinima was the company that allowed me to do what I loved for a living. They partnered me on YouTube at a time when Let's Players, it was unheard of. It was unheard of that you would partner a Let's Player. It would mostly be people who were doing tutorial videos or, at that point, it was Call of Duty players who really were kind of the prominent guys. And if you guys remember, it was actually Hutch, a prominent Call of Duty player who had been recruited by Machinima to move to California and work for them full-time, who had kind of recruited me into the fold. And then over the years, like I said, I had many good interactions. This guy named Chris was really nice, who worked for the company in various roles over the years. And, I mean, just really sad, because then now not only are they defunct, all of the videos that ever went on the Machinima channel are completely gone for good, alright? And not only that, but now, everyone who worked there is laid off. 80 plus people who are still working for the company. So, pretty sad.
I'm hypocritical. Very, very, very hypocritical.
Pretty sad. And, it is what it is, but it's kind of like, it's an end of an era. That was the era of YouTube when partnership companies were all the rave, and you had to be with a partnership company in order to really make it. And, you had kind of gotten some kind of prominence if you were with Machinima, and they were a huge, ginormous company, and now things have changed. Now it's almost like almost no one really needs an MCN anymore. In fact, you guys might not realize this. There's really no reason to be with a partnership company on YouTube anymore. All the incentives to be with one have been removed. Like YouTube used to only give the better ads to those in a partnership. They did away with that. Now everyone gets all ads equally. So literally, there's not even a reason to be in a partnership. Anyone who is, the only benefit I can imagine you're still getting out of a partnership is, number one, if you want some kind of support, if you have an issue with your channel and you want them to work with YouTube directly, you can. Although it doesn't really make sense, because if you have a big enough channel, you can talk to YouTube directly yourself anyway. And number two, I guess technically if you want to access things such as a music archive, like a royalty-free music archive, a lot of partnership companies offer that. But outside of that, there's like no reason whatsoever to be with a partnership company anymore. They're pretty much, YouTube has made it just not needed anymore. And it's funny, because 2 years ago when I left Machinima, I was like desperately looking for another company to partner with. And now here we are 2 years later, there's not even a single reason to be with one. I wouldn't even go to another one if they offered me. I'd be like, there's no reason. Pretty silly, right? So anyway, I digress. Thank you to those at Machinima who were nice to me over the years. But the company is now officially done, 100% dead. And, goodbye to the legacy that was Machinima. Wow. Again, when I was partnered with them, it was such a big thing, a change in my life. I was able for the first time ever to do what I loved for a living. And to see the company that was ginormously huge completely fall apart like this is just, like, staggering. But, again, it doesn't matter how big you are, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have horrendous leadership and management that are basically a bunch of silver spoon-fed morons who think that they're smart just because they're rich, and then they end up ruining things.
Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic. Well, I think I'm toxic now. Every single day he comes in, he's toxic. He's toxic. Every fucking day, he's toxic. Every day he's here, he's toxic. Yep, I'm toxic.
I guess that's what happened. You can fall apart. It was funny because last night, on my Black Ops 4 Blackout stream, we were bringing up Don Matrick. And Don Matrick, if you guys remember, another guy, rich guy, who married to some heiress who's filthy rich. And he was the guy who sunk the Xbox One launch back in 2014. Single-handedly, like, with the shit he said in the media and everything, got him released from Microsoft. Then he went on to work for Zynga, and he worked for them for a year, tanked that company, and they fired him. Now he basically co-owns a gym, and that's all he does. And he lives off the money of his wife.
I took anger management classes. It wasn't actually a joke. That's why I haven't been negative.
Pretty funny, huh?
I just don't understand people. Like, how can you be like that? How can you have zero feeling of any kind of sympathy or empathy? Like, get the fuck out of here. These people are just insane. I just don't even know what to say, man. I have no feelings. They don't put themselves into the shoes of the person who they're hurting on purpose, because then they don't want to look at themselves in the mirror afterward and realize what they've done. People on the internet do not put themselves in the shoes of the other person whatsoever. They don't have that capability, because then what they would have is empathy. They would say, oh man, now I can see from their perspective how messed up this thing is that's been going on. But that's the thing, they purposely won't even go that far. They won't approach it with a moral understanding or a moral compass, because then they'll actually start to feel bad about what they're doing. They don't want to have any kind of conscious, moral responsibility for what they do. They just want it to be free, unbridled, do whatever we want on the internet because it's all jokes and nothing, there's no responsibility and no consequences and not going to think about that. Nope, nope, nope. Because they got to live with themselves at the end of the day, you know? And a lot of them wouldn't be able to if they actually did put themselves in the shoes of the people that they're hurting actively. At least I believe that.
But let's just keep giving them jobs. Like, when he worked for Zynga, they paid him millions of dollars to tank the company, and then they fired him. So that's what I mean. Like, let's keep employing these dumb people so they can keep ruining companies instead of actually, you know, hiring intelligent people who know something about the industry. I'm just saying. It's actually funny because when I worked for the helicopter company years ago, kind of the same exact thing happened. They kept just bringing in people who were rich and who thought they knew shit to run the company rather than actually taking people who had tons of experience in the industry. It just baffles my mind that these companies still do this. And then they tank their own companies. It's like, well, whatever. Anyway, that is it for Machinima.
Excuse me, guys. That was disgusting and unprofessional. I mean, that's insanity. That's not healthy. That's sickening. That's like mental illness.
Well, it seems to me that the pre-stream, I forgot to record it. I apparently completely forgot to record the pre-stream today. One guy's purposely just driving to survive. That's it, just me and the guy in the vehicle.
Be advised. Further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a gamer!
I really do feel that as a gamer, I've matured a bit. I've figured out how to handle my anger, and I figured out how to basically handle difficult games. I think in general, overall, I have improved as a gamer over the years. Any moment, I can pick up a controller, and I can play any game at professional level.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
How did he know? Dude, something's up. How did he know where I was? I was in the grass. Ah, the salty tears.
Over 1,800 milligrams of sodium. This is one of the saltiest things.
No, dude, that guy was cheating. There's no way. He's cheating. How would he have known? And he killed the other guy too. He was somehow cheating. There's no way how he knew I was there. Prone completely? No way, dude. No, dude, he's cheating. That's 100% cheating. It would have been one thing. Oh, I kind of see him. I was prone. There was no way. That's a fucking cheater, dude. That's a cheater. Look. Well, see, the problem is the kill cam, you can't see his point of view because he's on a vehicle. Yeah, look, you can't see me. Can't see me. All right, very bullshit. It was a Muppet. I killed a Muppet. Oh my god. I can't stop laughing. Bullshit. No, bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not true. Somehow he cheated, dude. That's complete nonsense. But anyway, second place, whatever. That's complete nonsense. I disagree with that. I completely disagree. Completely disagree. Haha. He almost got me toxic. He almost got me toxic. The Wendy's salad. I got a salad from Wendy's that when I ate it, I legitimately got sick to my stomach for about a day and couldn't stop shitting and puking. It tasted all right, but I got sick as shit after eating the Wendy's salad. I will never get another fast food salad like that ever again. It's Tevin's fault. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.